Make sure everything's in order. All right. See what my last recorded clip was. We have now geared up. Um, Here's going to be our setup for grinding some tormented demons. We're on task, so obviously we have the Slayer helmet. I did take the liberties of swapping out my Vorkath helmet with the KBD one, the King Black Dragon one. It fits a little bit better, looks a little less goofy. We're pretty much in our max melee setup that we have available to us, but with the Ember Light. And then, as far as our other attack style goes, we're going to be ranging using the Twisted Bow. So we got a little 6-way switch here. We have Dragon Claws for spec, and we are bringing the Elder Maw for the special heavy hit mechanic. The rest of the inventory, well, it's just teleports to get there, Thralls, and Death Charge, which we are actually missing Death Runes, which I'll need to replace in the rune pouch here, actually. I did buy some Aether runes, which are a combination rune of soul runes and cosmics, so I can actually get rid of these cosmics. I'm going to fix that before I go there. These should be death runes. And then just restores and food. Death runes, death runes. There we go. Okay. Let's pull up some information about the tormented demons real quick. Gonna have to find a world. Okay. We've made it to the Tormented Demons. I'm just at a location where there's only one spawn. That's good enough for me. We're just going to take it nice and easy. Our Ember Light is going to be on Stab. That's the best attack style. Oh. Made my way to the Tormented Demons. We're just at a location with one Tormented Demon. That's going to be good enough for me for right now. I'm just chilling, getting started, getting warmed up. In the meantime, though, let's talk about the drop rates here. The Tormented Synapse is a 1 in 500, whereas the Burning Claws are a 1 in 501. So, in all honesty, with our task of 218, we really shouldn't be expecting any drops, but we'll see if we can get lucky. 1 KC in, we get Unending Torment. I'm pretty sure that's just getting one simple KC. No, I guess I should have brought a herb pouch. That's not my dragon claws. Kind of slow on that. Magic shortbow U. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of loot I really want to be picking up here. The regular loot's kind of ass. That's that's a dragon dagger. Honestly, I'm kind of debating whether I should just be lazy and just not flick. I don't know. The drops here at Tormented Demons, the regular loot anyways, is not very interesting. So, if you're looking to make money at Tormented Demons, you better hope you get lucky with the uniques being the Burning Claws and the Tormented Synapse, because the regular loot is really not going to net you any profit. Right now in our inventory, we got a Grimy Dwarf Weed, a Manta Ray, a Dragon Dagger, and we just got another Manta Ray. So we established that the regular loot here is unfortunately pretty abysmal. However, the Slayer EXP here is absolutely insane. Every Tormented Demon is well over 1000 Slayer EXP per KC. So imagine being a mid-game player here because, well, you know, greater demons don't exactly have a high requirement, and actually while Gothic Sleeps does not have a lot of requirements either. So if you're looking to gain a ton of Slayer EXP, Torment Demons is not a bad option. Although, I will, continue to flip-flop and weigh the pros and cons here. Another con is that obviously if you're doing Tormented Demons, you're not going to get any superiors, meaning no imbued heart chance or eternal gem, whatever rare Slayer item you might be after. Occasionally, Tormented Demons will drop something like this smoldering pile of flesh. For this one, the flesh is actually some food, so that will help you extend your trip just a little bit. There is another drop, the heart, I believe, which is a stat boost, a combat stat boost. And then there's also another one, which the name escapes me right now, but that one is like a prayer regeneration. So occasionally there is a nice little bonus to help you with your trip. Why did I summon that? Oh boy, a rune kite shield. Yeah, the drops here are cheeks. Ooh, we get our first collection log here, Gothixian Temple Teleports. Just as its namesake, it is a teleport scroll that gets us right here to the Tormented Demons. Otherwise, it is a little bit of a run. This changes everything. Renarweed. I don't have space for anything. Another KC. Oh boy, rune arrows. An 88, sheesh. Play buddy. Don't mind if I do. What is the expected what is the expected KC an hour in here? Also, I think I'm just gonna not flick. I mean, who cares? I can just buy more restores. Yeah, too lazy. 55? And it's probably assuming Scobo and everything. Yeah, just not flicking is gonna be the move. Even if I have to TP out more, but I mean, like, who cares? Okay, I shouldn't have Claw Spec there, actually. Man, so to hit Ray, it's gonna take like 10 hours, bro. That's kind of an oof. Kind of an oof. Oh, Frame Mage. I'm out of pots. Well, I guess I should bank after this. Okay, let's bank. What's our loot though? More teleport scrolls. I see. Oh, no one's at this bank. This may take a while. Okay. Just came back from the bank, and the middle spot here in the temple is open. This is a spot with 2 Torment Demons, and technically, if I wanted to, I could attack both at the same time. It is a multi-combat zone. I'm not going to do that though, but I am going to take advantage of 2 being here so that I don't have to wait for the respawn times. The respawn times aren't incredibly high, but it is still downtime where you could be attacking another Tormented Demon. And over the course of hundreds of KCs, that's going to be a bit of a time save. So I'll come to this middle here whenever it is open, but if another person shows up, I mean, we'll just go back to our solo spot, I suppose. But whenever the spot is open, I'm going to take full advantage of it. And coming into the second trip here, I've also made another decision. In the bulk of the first trip, I was actually flicking my offensive prayers, conserving my prayer to the best of my abilities, and that's going to be a lot of effort. And I realized being on a main account, I can simply just buy more super restores, buy more prayer potions, so I'm not going to worry too much about it, even if it shortens my trip slightly and I have to make more trips. But I think the effort level and just, like me being lazy, that's going to be a worthwhile trade-off. I want to give it my best go here to at least hit the drop rate for 1 Tormented Synapse, and then we'll just have to see if we end up getting one or not. But me playing a main account instead of an Iron Man right now, really a test of my own will, I suppose, my own discipline on whether or not I can stay and grind it out versus just buying what I need. We'll see how this goes. But right now, we're only 19 KC in. And again, the drop rate for a Tormented Synapse is a 1 in 500. Oh, was not paying attention. Just got another combat task through Fire and Flames. Tournament demons do have a decent amount of combat achievements to do, so we're going to be getting a few free points along the way, one step closer to Master Tier once again. I don't think I'm really going to go out of my way to do the ones that are, well, out of the way. But I am going to take the absolute free ones that we're going to end up getting here just by simply doing and farming Tormented Demons like usual. Whereas the footballs are a 1 in 501. So, in all honesty, with our task at 218, we really should be expecting mini drops, but we'll see if we get lucky. I'm pretty sure that's just getting one simple KC. The drop here at Tormented Demons, the regular loot anyways, is not very interesting, so if you're looking to make money at Tormented Demons, you better hope you get lucky with the uniques being the Burn Pond and the Tormented Snap, because the regular loot is really not going to net you anything. Right now in our inventory, we got a Slimy Dwarfbeat, a Manta Ray, a Dragon Dagger, established that the regular loot here is unfortunately pretty got another Manta Ray. So we established that the regular loot here is unfortunately pretty abysmal. However, the Slayer EXP here is absolutely insane. Every Tormented Demon is well over 1,000 Slayer EXP. Player here because, well, demons don't have a high requirement, and actually Wall Septic Sleeps does not have a lot of requirements either. So if you're looking to gain a ton of Slayer EXP, Torment Demons is not a bad option. Although I will continue to flip-flop and weigh the pros and cons here. Another con is that obviously if you're doing Tormented Demons, you're not going to get any superior whatever rare Slayer item you might want. Occasionally, Tormented Demons will drop something like this smoldering pile of flesh. For this one, the flesh is actually some food, so that will help you extend your trip just a little bit. There is another drop, the heart, I believe, which is a stat boost, a combat stat boost. And then there's also another one, which is right now, but that one is like a prayer regeneration. Okay, so it looks like not flicking prayers isn't going to be so bad, honestly. Like, we have so many supplies left. So occasionally there is a nice little clip your trip. Ooh, we get our first collection log here, the Dixian Temple Teleports. Just as its namesake, it is a teleports. Just as its namesake, it is a teleport scroll that gets us right here. Just came back from the bank and just came back from the bank and the middle spot here in the temple is open. This is a spot with two tournament demons, and technically, if I wanted to, I could attack both at the same time. It is a multi-combat spell. I'm not going to do that though, but I am going to take advantage of two being here, so that I don't have to wait for the respawn time. The respawn times aren't incredibly high, but there is still downtime where you could be attacking a 4-minute demon. And over the course of 20 KCs, that's going to be a bit taxing. But if another person shows up, we'll just go back to our solo spot. Full advantage of it. Cover the spot advantage of it. And coming into the second trip here, I've also made another decision. In the bulk of the first trip, I was actually flicking my offensive prayers, serving my prayer to the best of my abilities, and being on a I can simply just buy more super restores, buy more resources. So I'm not going to worry too much about it, even if it shortens me slightly. And I think the effort level and like me being lazy, that's going to be a wild freedom. I want to give it my best go here to at least hit the drop rate for one from its snaps. And we'll just have to see if we end up getting one or not. But me, really a test of my own will, I suppose, discipline on whether or not I can stay and grind it out versus just going buying what I need. We'll see. Just going buying what I need. We'll see how this goes. But right now we're only 19 AC in. Again, the drop rate for its 1 minute snaps is 1 in 5. Ouch. Gonna edit a video in the background as we go here. Right now, we just gotta strap in and grind out some TDs. Currently 32 KC in, so we'll be here for a while. Could do with farming more. Yeah, I could do with farming more contracts on the iron. Honestly, a more interesting way of doing it would be to do more Yama, maybe go for the pet. Because, what are those things called? The Forgotten Lockboxes and the dossiers will give me a decent amount of contracts now, I think. So we got a ways to go here. My game plan, despite being a main account, I am trying to get myself a Tormented Synapse. I did take liberties to buy one of them, so that's why I have the Emberlight right now. But this is actually my first ever session at Tormented Demons on this account, so the only collection log we picked up just now was the Gathixian Temple Teleport. We did pick up 2 combat achievements along the way so far, so that's pretty cool. I don't think I'm really going to go out of my way to do any combat tasks here. So whatever ones we pick up here, I mean, we'll take, you know? It's just going to be happenstance. But yeah, if we can get our hands on another Tormented Synapse for quote-unquote free, I mean, I say quote-unquote because, you know, we're still here spending our time grinding, so it's not exactly free. But without purchasing it from the Grand Exchange. And then also, maybe even a set of Burning Claws, although that's a lot to ask for. Especially since I don't know how many Tormented Demons I'm going to be doing here. Being a main account, it's just so easy to just be like, well, you know, I give up, I'm going to go buy it. As long as that option is available, it's hard not to go for it. Especially being in my position where I know I'm capable of making a lot of GP relatively quickly. Like I can just do raids and make a lot of money. And that's also objectively a lot more fun for me. Okay, so even though I wasn't flicking, I still have a lot of prayer left over in my setup here. I'm flicking now, but, you know. Just trying to finish this 1 KC here. And since we're out of boost, combat boost, we're just gonna bank. Alright, last KC of the trip. What are we going to get here? Oh my god. Last KC of the trip here. Just the second trip, by the way. We get a Burning Claw collection log. You know what? Just for that, we're going to celebrate. Being a main, again, we have the freedom to do what we want. So, you know what? Getting this Burning Claw piece, we're going to go buy another piece. That way we have a full set of the Burning Claws, the usable set. I mean, these things don't cost that much, anyways. I could have afforded it from the get-go, but it's actually pretty satisfying to get the collection log, combine them together, and we get the Burning Claws. And Burning Claws are Demon Bane, so I'm going to put away the Dragon Claws because the Burning Claws are the better option, actually. That was just KC number 36, by the way, so we still got 182 on task, and I suppose in getting a drop so early, we have a good chance of getting another one before the task is said and done. Take the liberties of buying the other half. Easy. That is so satisfying. Honestly, the luck on this account has been pretty good coming back to the account. Why is my inventory looking all goofy? Okay. Back we go, back we go. Wow. Imagine if we just get a 4-minute synapse and then we're just out of here. Feels good, man. Well, us live streaming right now, I guess, you know, we're going to be doing a little behind the scenes action here. I'm going to add that clip to the video I'm editing. I find that when I'm editing in real time, like as I record the clips and put it into the video editor, it helps a lot. I feel like my videos come out better that way. Just absolutely ripping the specs right now. Chaos runes. And let me Alt-Tab and try and get that clip. Oh. Currently, we are logged into our Iron Man as well. I'm just fishing some anglers on the side, nothing crazy. Not that I'm in short supply of anglers, but you know how it is being an Iron Man. You just always got to be doing something. Oh, a prayer potion drop. What I'm going to do here is, since that's two dosers, I'm going to combine it. And I'll take my anglerfish back. Well, I can't believe we got a Burning Claw on 36 KC. That is a 1 in 501. The spoon. I don't know why I'm flicking when I said I wouldn't. the absolute free ones that we end up getting here just by simply doing and farming. Oh my god. KC of the trip here. Just a second, by the way. Burning Claw collection log. You know what? We have the freedom to do what we want. So, you know what? Get this Burning Claw piece and we'll buy another piece. That way we have a full set of the Burning Claws to use full set. Anyways, I could have afforded it from the get-go, but it actually sounds like a full set. I mean, these things cost that much. Anyways, I could have afforded it from the get-go, but it's actually pretty satisfying to get the collection of, combine them together, and get the Burning Claw. And Burning Claws are theme based, so I'm going to go the Dragon Claws because the Burning Claws are the better option. Now we get KC number 36, by the way, so we still got 182 on tap, and as opposed to getting a drop so early, we have a good chance of getting a drop. That's done. Okay. Manta Ray, I'll take that. Got the inventory space for it. Oh, let's summon our Thrall. I don't know how long. Man, the thing about not even being Master Tier right now is that the Thrall timer is so short. It's so short. Okay, I have like 20,000 tabs open. I was trying to like alt-tab back. And I just couldn't find it. Alright, we should be good to go. Focus on grinding, farming out these tormented demons now. Unless we just get another drop. Oh, that was actually a bad time to Spectre. It is what it is. Dragon Dagger? We'll go ahead and focus on getting rid of this prayer pot first. Rune plate body. Yeah, our loot tracker in 43 KC right now says 2.86 mil, but the bulk of that is just from the Burning Claws. Burning Claws really went down though. The fact that like one piece is only 2.3 mil, meaning the full set is only not even 5 mil, 4.6 mil, that is quite sad. Finish my cup of coffee. Stack of rune arrows. Yeah, honestly, the drops at Tormented Demons, they're mostly pretty irrelevant, I guess is the word, to where I wouldn't be too upset, you know? Like, the rune arrows, I don't have inventory space right now, and I'm not gonna go out of my way to, like, juggle stuff. I brought the Elder Maw to get the, you know, the heavy hit in, but I never remember to use it. Yeah, I never remember to use it. That was a huge claw spec right there. Oh, here's an idea. If I hit drop rate and I still don't have a tormented synapse... Okay, I clicked. Come on. Come on, game. I clicked. If I hit drop rate and I still don't have a tormented synapse, what if I buy a second one? Keep going until we get the actual drop. So I can like farm with the Scorching Bow and the Emberlight here. That could be like a kind of like a compromise. Oh, rune arrows. I mean, I guess we have plenty of room to hold those down. I'm actually out of food. Hopefully a manta ray drop or two would be nice. I think I just wasn't paying very close attention on this one, and also a little bit unlucky. Too busy of rambling. Took a lot of damage, and we're out of food. We are pretty healthy right now, though, for what it's worth, even without food. I remembered to use it. A 77. Yeah, see right there, taking that 16 is just unlucky, because it's 50-50 whether it's a range attack or a mage attack, and we just have no way of knowing. See, when it tries to melee you, that's why we step back, so we can tell if it's coming towards us. We also should probably be bringing in an Ash Sanctifier, but... You know what? We probably could afford it, because... a lot of these trips, we're actually running out of our pots, our offensive combat pots, than our restore, so I could probably, like, tuck a Ash Sanctifier at the bottom of our inventory. I can only assume I have an Ash Sanctifier on this account, right? Surely. What are the requirements for that? I do have one, okay. I think it's like Mauritania... Or is it Korend? It's probably Korend, right? Korend like medium or something, or Korend hard? Imagine I didn't have an Ash Sanctifier on here. I'm swapping to melee here, as that's actually the better DPS. You know, Ember Light and all. Okay, I was just about to go for the Burning Claws there. Yeah, if I could get my hands on a manta ray right about now, that would be very convenient. 39, that's it. What the? Smoldering gland. I would have preferred the flesh for healing. Right about now. That would have been ideal. Alright, I feel like we're in the groove now. We're 1/10 of the way there to drop rate. 52 KC. When we put it like that, it sounds pretty bad, but I mean, I don't think we've been here. Well, we've been logged in for an hour, but I haven't really been hard farming the Tormented Demons for an hour. You know? We've been like... First, I have to record like an intro clip, get my stream set up, all that, yada yada yada. So it hasn't been too bad. I think our KC per hour is fairly decent, especially if we just simply lock in. Alright, I'm not going to repot here because we don't have any food. So I think I'm just going to bank and come back. And grab our Ash Sanctifier. We just got hit at 24, that's not great. Let's get out of here. Skedaddle. Okay, let's go ahead and add the Ash Sanctifier to the bottom. How many charges does this bad boy have? Check. It has no charges. Okay. Okay, we'll just put all that in there. Cool. Should have pre-potted an angler. Should have pre-potted an angler. Another trip and another little adjustment. We went ahead and brought the Ash Sanctifier. Honestly, I kind of forgot about it on this account. In fact, I wasn't even sure if I had it, but if we just go and check it, go ahead and check our achievement diaries, we do have, I believe it is the Karen and Kabos one. That is for the Ash Sanctifier, if I'm not mistaken. That or Mauritania, but I'm pretty sure it's the Karen one. But yeah, we have the Ash Sanctifier. I did have to put death runes in it, charges in it. It was completely empty. Which begs the question, did I ever use this in the past? I don't know. I definitely made use of it on the Iron Man, but... You know, this account, logging back into this account, it's all a mystery. Obviously, I've had my stints. When I went for Blorva, you know, obviously I logged back in, did Desert Treasure 2, and focused on the Awakened bosses. But in terms of actively playing this account, I haven't played this in many, many years. Oh, and of course I also logged back in for the Quiver, but fun fact, when I first went for the Quiver at Colosseum, I was practicing and trying to get the cape first on the main, And my first ever Soul Heritage KC was a double death. So I got the KC and the combat task, but I did not get the quiver. So that was honestly pretty tragic. But luckily, these days, across multiple accounts, I have like 20 Coliseum KC, so I definitely got my get back on Soul Heritage. I guess I'll take those teleports. Oh, that's awkward. I didn't have inventory space. So I spec with the Emberlane instead. I keep forgetting to use the Elder Maw. Why even bring it if I'm gonna forget to use it? Fire orbs. Oh, don't have the defender equipped. Elder Maw. Boom, a 57. Manta Ray? I'm gonna eat an angler and pick up an Manta Ray. A little min-maxing there. Oh, we got a pot up again. I guess same thing. We'll go ahead and eat an angler. Make space. Oh, that's so nice. When the Thrall gets a hit there, so it changes it to pre-mage. Another trip and another little adjustment. honestly, I got it. I wouldn't if I had it, but if we just go and check it, and go ahead and check our achievement diaries, we do have, I believe it is the Karen and Cabos one that is for the Ash Sanctifier, if I'm not mistaken. That or Mauritania, but I'm pretty sure it's the Karen one. I did have to put death through this. It was completely empty. Which begs the question, did I ever use this in the past? I don't know. I definitely made use of it on the Iron Man, but you know, this account, logging back into this account, it's all a mystery. Obviously, I've had my stints when I went for Warbuck, obviously I logged back in, did Desert Treasure 2, and focused on the Awakened bosses, but in terms of I haven't played this in many, many years. Oh, and of course I also logged in Quiver. When I was at Colosseum, I was practicing and trying to get the cape first on the main, and my first ever soul weirded KC was a double death. So I got the KC and the combat pass, but I did not get the quiver. So that was honestly pretty tragic. But luckily these days across multiple accounts I have like 20 Colosseum KCs. So I definitely got my back on soul weirded.
Watermelon seeds. Oh snap, what am I brain? Okay, what kind of dragging around in my inventory am I doing to where... Like, how does a restore end up there, you know? What am I doing? Go ahead and send a burning cloth back here. More fire orbs. We already have a stack of those, I should say. Huge burning claw spec. Does the Twisted Bow count as a heavy attack on the Tormented Demons? I'm actually not sure. I'm gonna say no, but I did hit an 88 with my T-Bow on these guys. At one point. Oh my god, another Dragon Dagger. We're gonna be rich. Okay, I was talking about how much damage the T-Bow did, and I proceeded to, like, not hit anything. Oh my god, that was a max claw. That was an 80 right there. Magic Seed. How much is a Magic Seed worth these days? 93k? Back in my day. Am I tripping, or were these worth like 200k at one point in time? Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Should have brought out the Elder Maw, forgot, and by the time I realized it was too late. Some soul runes. Okay, to really like maximize our KC an hour here, I really gotta just start hitting the other one right away, rather than waiting to see what kind of loot we get. But that's kind of just like a habit thing, I think. It would also help if we kept the thrall going at all times. Nice, we remembered to use it, no way. Oh, another dragon dagger, that's our third one this trip. Okay, so I didn't get the full melee switch in, but surely that was worth it, right? Oh my god, rune plate body, we're printing alkables on this trip. No, the regular loot here at Tormented Demons is really not great, but you know what? The Tormented Synapses with the meta of the game right now, like getting Tormented Synapses is absolutely massive. It can get you so far. Like it'll get you to Yama with the double death charge, the Aether runes, the Oathplate. And Oathplate is just ridiculously good. It really is. Oh, and you know, just outside of that, let's not forget that you can turn your Synapse into a Scorching Bow, and then Krill just absolutely becomes free. Get your hands on a Zami Hosta there. Maybe a ZGS. Just gonna go ahead and eat up here. What's going on, Hutch? How we doing? How we doing? I finally got a Greater Demons task. So here we are at Tormented Demons. Yes, sir. It finally happened. Okay, I just walked into that. Oops. Yeah, our task was 218, so we've done 69 right now. Just keep dragging stuff in my inventory. Back-to-back zeros? Oh, and continuing our conversation about the whole Tormented Snaps things and Duma Mocha, and like, you know, I think the items at Duma Mocha speak for itself, how strong they are. I have plenty of specs, so I'm just gonna dump 2 specs. Oh my god, another max hit. I need to do the Final Dawn quest, though. Have not done it on this account yet. Torstal seed? I feel like that's got to be pretty rare. Getting a Torstal from seed from here. Magic seed too, actually, now that I think about it. I think any seed drops here are pretty rare. So if anybody's just tuning in right now, if you're wondering what I'm up to, it's like, hey, you're a main account, why are you farming tormented demons? Well, I'm kind of meeting myself halfway here. You know, I've been playing an Iron Man for the longest time. And, you know, obviously on an Iron Man, you gotta earn everything yourself. So I'm trying to get my main account here back in a good state because I haven't touched this account in so long. And the gear we have, if this was mid-2024, I would say we have max gear. I mean, we got the Torva, the Blorva, and everything. But we're missing anything from Yama, anything from Dumamoka, and a few other places as well. There's just been so many updates in the game, right? So we're kind of back on this account to catch back up in a sense. And also, I do want to get to Radiant Oathplate. That is the ultimate goal on this account for right now. And then immediately after that, once we achieve Radiant Oathplate on this account, we're also going to go back on the Iron Man and try to get Radiant Oathplate on there. But instead of, you know, just farming some GP, buying Oathplate, you know, buying all the stuff from Mocha, we're kind of meeting ourselves halfway. We're going to make some progress here ourselves and also just buy stuff where we need. For example, I actually just pulled a Burning Claw drop a little while ago, maybe 15-30 minutes ago. And I kind of just made the decision myself, you know what, we're just going to buy the other half of the Burning Claws. And now we have a full set of Burning Claws. So I did get a collection log for it. So yeah, meeting halfway. And yeah, not greater demons. Tormented demons are pretty chill. It's much better than demonic gorillas, in my opinion. But obviously, you do have to end up doing both as an Iron Man for Zenite jewelry and synapses alike. We'll be taking that Rude Plate body. And we're actually completely out of potions here, so we're teleporting out. Well, I put 144,000 charges into my Sanctifier. That's gonna last a good bit, surely. What the? Oh, I clicked on 10. And back we go. Hey, we have reached over 2,000 YouTube subscribers. Wow, this must have happened just sometime over the course of the stream. Before we went live today, we were just under 2,000, but now we're over 2K. We're in the big 2K. Sheesh. Thank you, thank you. I forgot to bring pots. I got my restores, but I didn't bring my my combat pots. Wasted a teleport there. Oh well. Those things can't be too expensive, right? I got so distracted. I didn't bring my super combat or my range pot. Oh. Yeah, that one has a melee overhead on. Let's just melee it because we're geniuses. I really like the sound effect and the animation of the burning claws. I think the spec is kind of similar to the dragon claws with a like slight difference. I don't know. I just like it though. $69 rune arrows, nice. Hello? We live? Testing 1 2. Oh no. We're back. Dude, what has been going on lately? I don't think it's my internet. I think it has something to do with Twitch. I think it has something to do with Twitch. Because I am multi-streaming at the moment and I'm not disconnecting elsewhere. I'm not disconnecting in the game. Or on like any websites I have open. Or Discord or anything like that. It's literally just a Twitch stream. But yeah, I think I mentioned this the other day when we were having issues as well. Apparently they removed some of the servers. And I mean, if they do that, that's just out of my hands. That's not my internet, man. I don't know. I don't know. Get our Thrall and Death Charge going. Is that too slow on the... No, that was not too slow. Okay, so there's a pretty big window on using the heavy weapon. Step back. Humble one right there, honestly. Dragon Dagger, I'll be taking that. Thank you very much. Up to 81 KC now. Again, these things are like 1 in 500, so we got our work cut out for us, but at least we're doing this in good gear. And we don't have to worry about supplies. Humble one. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the best way to describe doing Tormented Demons, it's like nice and cozy. Like the background here is like like gray, so it's like easy on the eyes. And then the mechanics at Tormented Demons aren't so crazy. You have to do like the occasional weapon switching and overhead switching. Ouch. Yeah, the best way I can describe this is just it's cozy. Also, these things are so tall, like if you play a little zoomed in, you can't see the overhead, so you actually have to zoom out a bit. Obviously, the Twisted Bow is not Demon Bane, but man, does it hit like a truck. Holy. I think it's the best weapon to use outside of the Demon Bane weapons. If I'm not mistaken. Trying to pick up this Dragon Dagger, but also not miss hits. Burning Claw Spec. That's not my Emberlight, that is a Dragon Dagger. I'm actually starting to remember to use my Elder Maw as a heavy hit now. Let's heal up a little bit. I want to check how close or how far away we are from Master Tier. I'll do it after this, Casey. You can't really check mid, Casey, unfortunately. Man, a donut sounds mad tasty right now. I don't know why, but when I read the word donut there in the clan chat, like I was like, did he spell that right? You ever look at a word and like you just like that word looks weird? Okay, before we work on the next case, see how many points? 100 points exactly, wow. 100 points away from Master Tier. It's gonna be fairly easy to get Master Tier. I just have to go do the content. Like, there's so much new content in the game. I was Master Tier the last time I actively played on this account, but the thing is, like, there's just been so many updates. So many updates. Like, if we think about Varlamore alone, I mean, I know I did the Coliseum KC, but, like, I never went to Perilous Moons. I never went to the Moxiato boss. More recently, do Momoka. There might be a few other things I'm forgetting, too, honestly. Okay, on our journey to Radiant Oathplate, there are going to be a few things I want to accomplish. Some of these things we might end up doing after Radiant Oathplate, but some of these things we may be able to get done just along the way. One of them being, as I mentioned, Master Tier CAs. We were just talking about that. Another thing is getting Twisted Kits from Challenge Mode Chambers. We have no hits on this account, unfortunately. So we're going to need all three. We're actually pretty unlucky on the kits right now. On this account specifically, we are over 150 challenge mode raids in with 0 kits. And kits are a 1 in 75. And not that this is particularly relevant, because all you really need is 3 kits at the end of the day. But even on the Iron Man, where we have over 1,200 over 1,200 challenge mode raid completions, we only have 7 on that account. So it's just all around unlucky for whatever reason. And what else? What else? Master Tier, Twisted Kits. Oh, Hard Mode Top Kit would be nice, because our scythe currently is a holy scythe. And come on, let's just be honest. The other scythe kit is better, the Sang scythe kit. Also, just simply re-obtaining, or not so much re-obtaining, but obtaining all the new gear. Like, we're gonna need Oathplate. You know, in order to get Ray and Oathplate, we should probably get the Oathplate. You know, that would make sense. We need a Vernic Treads. We're probably gonna do some Mocha. Get the Confliction Gauntlets, Vernic Treads, the Eye of Ayak. Again, we're gonna find a balance between, like, Iron Manning these things and just buying them. GP-wise, we're actually pretty poor on this account right now. off stream and sometimes like off recording because you know like nothing really too interesting happens. It's just a regular raid. I have been doing raids with clanmates. Like I've done some TOAs and TOBs, a couple of chambers runs as well. So we have made a little bit of GP. For example, last night we ran some TOBs and there was an Avernic Defender pull. So between 4 people that was 10 mil each. About a little over 10 mil. But of course, we're also buying items, buying supplies and stuff, so the GP value, or the GP sitting in our bank is always like going up and down. Playing a main again? Dude, the Grand Exchange is so tedious. I'm like, I was like selling my loot. Sometimes in my downtime, I also just go kill some Rune Dragon and stuff like that. So I do have like loot to sell all the time. It's so tedious. So tedious. And then a clanmate was like, you know what they should do? They should have the ability to just sell all from a certain tab in your bank. And I'm like, you know what? That's a great idea. I'm not saying like you should be able to sell everything in that tab all at once, but like just have it like loaded into the Grand Exchange, I suppose. Like I feel like that wouldn't hurt. Like, oh, you have an open Grand Exchange slot available? Slide this next item right into the slot. Also, I feel like people are just nickeling and diming every item in imaginable. So many things I just tried to like dump into the GE for market price and it just wouldn't sell. I'm like, is it really market price if it's not going to sell? Getting close to 100 Tormented Demon KC here. Honestly, so satisfying that we got a drop nice and early. It wasn't a Tormented Synapse, but it was a Burning Claw, so... like, we're on the board already. Huge motivator to see something early. Oh, we have 100 spec right now, so next opportunity we get, I'm just actually gonna dump 2 Burning Claw specs. So in just a second here, as soon as the flames go out from the demon's back, there we go. I think when there's no flames on the back of the Tormented Demon, if I'm not mistaken, that's when you get 100% accuracy. Pretty sure. I don't know if there's a Tormented Demon connoisseur out there that could correct me if I'm wrong, but... it's not dead. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm trying to be quick between the demons here, and I just hit like back-to-back ones right there, I think. This is probably the last KC of the trip. You know what? Last KC of the previous trip, we got Burning Claws. Will we get something again? Well, it being the last, we might as well dump all our spec. Yeah, this actually works out really well. Like the full 4-dose potion. Our restore ratio, I mean. Rune Kite Shield. That's not a Tormented Synapse. Got like 30 seconds left on the pots, but I didn't want to do like the majority of that KC unpotted. I suppose these occasional like Dragon Daggers, Rune Plate Bodies and stuff, they might cover potion expenses, maybe? I don't know. Maybe. If I had to guess, our KC per hour right now is in the 60s. It feels strange to be using super restores instead of just prayer potions. But on a main, it's like, why not? What is the price difference when on a prayer potion versus a restore? Prayer potion 4 dose 11k, super restore 16k. Oh wait, 5k each. Yeah, we'll be fine. We're not rich, but we're not like poor either, right? So we'll be fine, right? We'll live. We'll survive. Super restore is marginally better with the, but like 1 extra prayer per dose, I think. I want those fire orbs, actually. Oh, a weird thing about Tormented Demons is I swear the loot takes 10 years to show up on the ground. Like, I was waiting to see what that drop was right there, like Rune Kite Shield. But man, it took a good bit. I'm actually gonna have to drop a piece of food to make room here because of the defender. So far we've gained 101k, 102k Slayer XP. Holy. Okay, we have room now. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this anglerfish back up before it despawns. I swear I clicked. I have been scammed. I demand a refund. Another rune plate body. Now, I suppose from this point on, if we hit drop rate for a synapse and we don't get it, at least the consolation prize is having got the Burning Claw collection log. So we'll walk away with something. We'll walk away with some combat tasks being done and Burning Claws. Oh, well, it's not paying attention. I just completely zoned out there. I don't know how many twisted bow hits I shot there. On prayer. Sliver of health. How much is a dragon dagger? Like 30k? No, I wish. 17k. Wait, the GE value is lower than the high alch value? Bro, what? What? Like, and like, it's more importantly, it's lower than the GE value plus the cost of alching it. Oh wait, why am I gonna death charge if I'm at 100% spec? Definitely gonna burn up some spec here when I get the chance to. And this is the chance to. Good damage right there. Step back to make sure it's not going to melee me. Today is a Thursday, meaning we have a new GIM video coming out in approximately 2 hours and 10 minutes, actually. I think coincidentally, the upload schedule right now, we're right around the time that our 50 defense account has been working on the demons, whether that's tormented demons or demonic gorillas. Turn calls back. And the thrall expires so quickly, I just forget to resummon it like so often. Well, we have the inventory space, might as well pick up this dwarf wheat. Oh, I just hit both of them. Oh, did I just... Oh, that was weird. There's like a really big delay there. That guy's naked. I think he died. Unfortunate. Okay, we managed, we managed. I didn't want to do 2 at a time, though. That's just like too much effort, but that's a mistake there. Inadvertent. Ouch. Can we get a food drop? Otherwise, we're gonna have to bank early. Food drop, whether it's manta ray or the smoldering pile of flesh. That would be great. What the heck? That happened like instantaneously. I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh, 20! Good night. Nothing you can do when it's like a 50-50 situation like that and then it smacks you for 28. Like, you won't know if it ranges or mages you there. You just have to guess. And I protect range because I'm wearing Missouri, so it's like better mage defense, but we still got smacked right there, which is unfortunate. What can you do? Back we go, though. Back we go. Okay, any more hiccups recently in our stream on the Twitch side of things? Hopefully not. But it seems like we're like due like 1 a stream on that for some reason, if not 2 times. And I don't know why it's doing that because my internet's not going out, as I've said. Oh, I haven't been really paying attention to the KC here, but we're actually well past 100 KC. Just racking them up. So not only is the Slayer EXP really good here, but like the general combat EXP here is insane. It's just so satisfying. Like, look at that. We just got like a 500 range EXP in 1 hit. I would like to pick that Rune Kite shield up, but we currently don't have inventory space. That was a nice sequence right there. Okay, we have inventory space now. For this rune plate body as well. Money. Loot tracker's up to 4 mil now. Again, the bulk of that is just the one burning claw drop. You know, last time I was on a Tormented Demons grind, the Tormented Synapses were worth like 40 to 50 mil. I think at the moment they're worth like 23, 25 mil, in that range. It's crazy how prices of things fluctuate. I clicked. Magic Longbow U, you know, if you lack the fletching level requirement, a Magic Longbow U from here is actually very important as an Iron Man. In order to make the Scorching Bow, because I believe the Magic Longbow is like it's a pretty high fletching level requirement, like high 80s if I had to guess. But then making the Scorching Bow is only like a 74, I think, is the magic number. Kind of weird how that works. Hello, T-Bow. Would you like to work, please? See, that is malicious compliance right there, you know? Like, hitting a 1, that technically is working. Eldamar hit. Ow, it's meleeing me. See, this is why you step back. But I was so focused on getting the Eldamar hit, which I tend to forget to do. Alright, we're actually making good progress on our Slayer task here. We started at 218. We're actually over halfway through, I think. If I can math correctly. Okay, I do want that Dragon Dagger before it despawns. A whole 18k GP, you know? Not even. 17k. Man, when you're in mid-game gear, because let's be honest, if you're an Iron Man and you're trying to get your first Tormented Synapse, unless you were already a maxed account before this update came out, you're not going to have too great a gear. Like, at best, you're going to have, like, the Bofa, a regular Arclight, maybe some Bandos. Like, you're probably going to get 40, 50 KC, somewhere in that range, if on task at best. This is a pretty, like, decently length grind. Because, okay, at most, realistically, you need 2 Tormented Synapses, because you just need one for the Emberlight, and then you can break, or not break, but you can revert, is a better term. You can revert between the Purging Staff and the Scobo. It is a bit annoying to always do that. Like, a nice quality of life thing would be to have 3 synapses so you don't have to constantly revert. But assuming like 40 KC an hour, this thing being a 1 in 500, that's over 10 hours easily for 1 synapse, assuming you're on rate anyways. But, you know, we mentioned it earlier, getting synapses it's pretty vital. It, like, opens a lot of doors for you on your account, so I suppose. I don't even know what range weapon you would use if you didn't have a Bofa. I can't imagine doing this with a rune crossbow. That doesn't sound very fun. That does not sound very fun. Eclipse Atlatl, I actually tried that myself. And I think I was enjoying it just because the Eclipse Atlatl was still like kind of like a novelty, but the DPS was not good on that either, if I'm being honest. But you gotta make do with what you have. I guess if no Bofa, you would be using that. Which is a huge step up from a rune crossbow. The rune crossbow is, you know, it's like viable, especially at instances where you're just going to use ruby procs anyways, or rely on ruby procs. But you're not going to be doing that at Tormented Demons. So I guess in that sense, the Eclipse Atlatl really does fill a nice role. Oh boy, magic shortbow. How come the magic shortbow use come noted, but then the longbow doesn't, huh? So some stuff is more apparent than others. Like why certain things come noted and why certain things don't come unnoted or noted. But some of it just seems really arbitrary. It's like whoever designed the drop table that day just, you know, it's like I feel like making these things noted. And then some other day and maybe some other mod in charge of a different drop table. It's like, nah. Oh, smoldering pile of... Oh! I double-clicked my prayers right there, too. I turned it off. That could have been bad. Dude, imagine a hardcore going out like that at Tormented Demons. Imagine any hardcore going out at Tormented Demons. What are you doing? That smoldering pile of flesh could not have come at a better time, actually. It really couldn't have. So because the timing of when we TP'd it out on the previous trip was off, the rest of this is going to be off too. So we have 3 minutes left on our pots here, and we actually have another dose. But our restore situation's looking a little low. Food as well, obviously. You know, on the Iron Man account, the GIM account, I think I need to farm more synapses. On that topic about, like, it being a nice quality of life of having 3, I guess I need a total of 6 synapses between the 2 GIM accounts. And right now, I think I have 4, I want to say? Or 3. It might be 3. I have the Emberlight on both accounts. And then I was using the Scorching Bow for Dubamoka, so definitely 3. Point is, either way, we gotta farm more. Perhaps not the most exciting thing when you already have them. Okay, not an ideal situation here to spec, but I'm... Okay, I missed. And that is why it was not ideal. Well, I just had 100% spec, might as well use it. Alright, this is probably the last KC of the trip. It's not looking too great. So with that being said, let's just dump all our spec. I think a T-bow does count as a heavy hit. I mean, that did a 79 right there. I don't know what our max hit is otherwise. Last KC of the trip. Rune arrows. Rune arrows. Go in and bank. Let's create some room. Go ahead and move that up there. One more angler, and we are good to head back. I actually think with that trip, our timing on the potions should realign here. We're up to 122 KC. So, quick maths, we're just under a fourth of the way to the drop rate. Yeah, even as well geared as we are, I mean, we're not quite in the best in slot for Tormented Demons, but I mean, this is pretty good, you know? It still takes a fair bit. And a whole bunch of zeros right now. T-bow, please. Please. That's more like it. Oh, that's protect melee. I'm going and eat an angler so I can pick up these soul runes. So I did have ideas in mind, like I had a game plan, what I was going to do after the synapses, but honestly, brain's not working right now. What am I going to do right after I get a synapse? We may be moving on to do Momoka. And I think Mocha might just be fun enough to where we may end up just collection logging all the items we need. Oh, prayer potion. But yeah, we're gonna have to do the final Dawn quest, and I wonder if there's any prereq quests we have to do before that. I think the Perilous Moons quest is a prereq. And I kind of have my doubts on whether or not I finished that quest. Oh wait, you know what? Actually, I think it's coming back to me now. I think I did do that quest on release, like when Varlamore came out. Or did I do that on... I don't know, it's all a blur. Too many accounts that I play, honestly. Let's look at the quest list here. Moons of Peril is the quest, and yeah, I guess we did do it. I think I have a few moons, KC. Maybe I even did the combat achievements for it. Ouch. A nice 87, though. Well, we really don't have a lot of prayer EXP, 13.1 mil. I mean, yeah, we haven't really done much content that would get us past 99. Like, I definitely didn't do any post 99 Slayer up until now. That's for sure. Love a good Dragon Dagger. Although the Rune Plate body is probably worth more, right? Feels backwards that way. A Dragon tier weapon is worth less than a Rune Plate body. A Rune tier weapon. But you know what? In saying that feels backwards, it's also backwards that my main is in a lesser position than my Iron Man, but it is what it is. I haven't actually begun farming contracts on the Iron Man yet, and I think we're still okay because we're a ways away from from Radiant Oathplate. Like we got a lot of work to do. Why am I flicking? I don't know. See, why is the battle staff noted? Max Claw. Always nice to see. So satisfying. $89 left on task. Honestly, I haven't really been paying attention. I've just been clicking on these tormented demons. Wow, malicious ashes as a drop. Very good drop. Yeah, after using Avernic Treads for a good bit, these primordials really stick out. It's kind of crazy. But like this Torva setup with the prims, this used to be the standard for like a good while. And yet now we're looking at it and it just looks weird. It just feels weird. Honestly, Radiant Oathplate looks pretty goofy too at first for me, but then I don't mind it now. Although I do think like Blorva is still more like when you see someone with Blorva, you're like, wow, you know, that's a flex right there. Radiant Oathplate, I'm not so sure. I don't think it has like that same feel. Like obviously, if you play the game, you look at it, you know what it is. But I think if you showed someone regular Oathplate and Radiant Oathplate, and then you showed someone regular Torva and then Blood Torva, someone that doesn't know anything about the game, they're gonna automatically see the Blood Torva and think that's like, well, okay, yeah, that's the better armor, that's the more prestigious armor. But if you showed someone Radiant Oathplate and regular Oathplate, I think it's a toss-up. It's not as apparent. Room plate body, some money. I have a lot of spec right now, so I'm going to spec twice when I get the chance. Never mind, we only get the spec once because we're doing so much damage. I guess, okay. I'll go ahead and spec there. We're absolutely smacking right now, holy. Seriously, that was like such a quick KC right there. Oh, that was a claw scratch, awkward. Nice, the Elder Maw KO feels good. Just that added dynamic of going for the Elder Maw hit, like, makes this fight a little bit more engaging than otherwise. When we finish this task, hopefully we get a back-to-back proc. That'd be the most ideal situation. I just claw scratched again, turned on auto retaliate on by accident. Battle staff, we're already stacking those, so pick that up. I'm fumbling my switches right now. Already got some Chaos Mirrors in my inventory. Smoldering Gland. Free prayer, I suppose. We won't not take that, you know? Yeah, the T-bow was just absolutely popping off on this one, once again. Didn't really have a window to guarantee my claw spec. Well, we started off hot with the Burning Claws and some freebie combat tasks. Little quiet so far, but we are chipping away at our Slayer task. So that's good. Free teleports. I think it's very easy to sustain and even profit the teleports at Tormented Demons. We did go ahead and buy ourselves a decent stack just in case, but yeah, I don't think the teleports for this is ever something you have to worry about. It's weird though, right? Like there's some other places where it can be a little difficult to upkeep the teleports. For example, the Waystones at the Dumamoka, like you cannot reasonably upkeep those. Like you don't get nearly enough of those. At Zulrah, you need to get at least 3 KC a trip to upkeep Zulrah TPs. We're gonna go ahead and try to sneak in one more KC after this one. We got about a minute left on our pots. They may expire before we finish the KC, especially if we're not hitting like we are right now. What the heck? Please. Huge Elder Maw hit. A battle staff. And actually that worked out perfectly. Our pots just expired. Re-gear for another trip. Actually, I got these Chaos Runes in my inventory. I should probably be banking those. Oops. It just kind of like tucked itself away at the bottom of the inventory there. I haven't noticed it. I saw it right as I clicked TP again. Oh well, it doesn't really affect us too much. Let's go ahead and pot up. Almost walked into that. Ow, we took a fair bit of damage there. Not even sure from what. Oh, smoldering gland. I'll be taking that, thank you. Oh, good kick there. Very effective kick. $95 Elder Maul smack. Let's go. Absolutely massive. Okay, 40 is not as cool, you know? Well, we're 100% spec. Dump our spec. We'll send a second one for a good measure. Slow on the overheads there. Ah, with 27. The manta rays on the floor to make up for that, though. $70 left to go. Making good progress on this. Like I said, like, no matter what gear you have here at Tormentor Demons, it does take a fair bit of time. These things just have so much health. Oop, had the wrong gloves on. Man, I just want to see that 95 again. A 42? That's so disappointing. Here we go, 95. 78, okay, you know, well, I'll meet halfway, it's fine. Oh boy, rune arrows. That's not my infernal cape. Oh my god, the clicks are getting progressively worse. It's over. Oh, the thrall got the overhead change, very satisfying. I'm actually going to switch the range here so I can dump my Dragon Claws in a second. Unless my hits just go absolutely nuclear. Nope, okay, there we go. Ooh, the Elder Maw KO. Very nice. Gotta start thinking about some lunch soon, honestly. A little hungry now. I think we've put in a good 3-hour stream or so far as well. That's pretty good. Give me the tormented synapse. Right here, right now. Surely this is it. Totally deserve one in my 154 KC. You know, I have been saying the RNG on this account has been better than my luck on the Iron Man, so maybe. Just perhaps. Getting used to using the Elder Maul now for that, and that's so good. A huge bonk. Oh, I'm gonna have to do a bit of Yama too. I don't know if I like skipped over that. I know I was like talking about this a while ago. It's like, what am I doing after TDs? I think I said Mocha, but we need to do some Yama as well. It's like whether we buy the Oathplate or not, we do need to do Yama just for the two reasons. Double death charge, you can't purchase that. You have to do the boss. And some combat tasks, I suppose. Smoldering Gland. I'll be using that. Just eat up real quick. I equipped the rune arrows by mistake there. Huge difference between those and the dragon arrows. Wouldn't want to use rune arrows. $50-50. Okay, I had it right the first time. That's unfortunate. Humble too, though. How much of a window do I have? Okay, evidently the window's pretty big, I think. Because I took a while there to get to that Elder Maw hit. Yeah, being in the middle here has definitely helped. Definitely speeds up our KC an hour by a fair bit. You know what, we're gonna go ahead and send another one. Raiding attempts when? Oh, there we go. The sub showed up. Appreciate the sub. Oh my god, it works. I could just like spam some raids and stuff. Make some GP, buy Oathplate, buy everything I need. And then we can start getting some attempts in. And also make GP to afford all the contracts and the deaths we're gonna be doing. But I'm kind of making a little series out of this. I'm kind of like Iron Manning things, but also just buying stuff where I need to be. For example, earlier in this task, I actually got a Burning Claw drop. But obviously you need two, right? But I decided that like after I got the collection log, I just bought it. Bought the other half, so now I got Burning Claws. Well, at least we know the alert actually works. I just don't know what happened last time. Alright, Monday, GG, no more RuneScape. Gotta get that Infernal Cape, bro. Get the cape after hours, you know? Clock out, clock into RuneScape. Yeah, it's just a content brain at work here. Like, I can, like, do all these things and ultimately build up to the Radiant Oathplate grind. Rather than just, oh yeah, hey, yeah, by the way, guys, I made 100 mil, so here we go. You're gonna send attempts after you eat. Yeah, I need to figure out some food soon. That is the end of this trip. Let's go pick up that grimy Lantodime over there. Oh yeah, I've been working on the videos. Like I haven't even uploaded a single one of these for this like mini series I'm doing. But I made like a intro and stuff like that. I can still like since I haven't uploaded anything yet, I can still like revise it and go back. Here we go, another trip. 53 left on task. I don't know if we're gonna be finishing the task. Like right now. That's like a whole nother hour. We'll see how it goes though. I'm actually getting pretty hungry though. Oh, didn't pot. I'm picking up ammo from gemstone crabs and just stealing people's ammo. Okay, I already spooned a Burning Claw drop. Can I just spoon a Synapse as well? I think what I'm gonna do is if I get a Synapse drop, I'm gonna buy another one. That way I have 3 in total. And then we can just move on to other stuff. So, holy crap, a 67 with an Emberlight? Oh, Smoldering Pile of Flesh? Oh wait, that was from earlier, huh? I forget they just stick around for a really long time like that. Oh my god, the chat bot is working. Oh wow, it's almost 1. Dude, I've been live for like 3 hours already. I keep forgetting to bank these Chaos Runes at the bottom of my inventory, but I guess it works out. We're just stacking them. I should probably use some of my spec here. Yeah, we have some things in mind. After this Tormented Demon saga here, we're probably gonna do some Yama, some Mocha. And then depending on what our GP situation is like, we're probably gonna do like a whole lot of raiding. Because we will need the GP. Also depends what our luck is gonna be like at the bosses. If we can just get dropped straight up, that'd be great. So we don't have to buy them. We're pretty close to master tier combat achievements as well. We should be able to get that back fairly easily. We were master tier on this account at one point, but with like we just haven't played on this account for so long that like so much new content came out that we lost it. Oh. Dude, I hit a 95 with the Elder Maul earlier, and now I'm just like trying to see that again, you know? But I haven't hit nearly as high. Pot's about to run out, so let's repot. Dragon Dagger. Worth the whopping 18k. You know, this wasn't like a very specific goal in mind or anything, but we hit 2,000 YouTube subs today. Wait, YouTube just gave me an achievement. No way. View analytics. This wasn't here this morning when I saw this. This is new. You can just add it to it. But yeah, 2K subs on YouTube. Honestly, we gained like 800 since the start of, maybe even like closer to 900 since the start of the game series. I didn't think YouTube would show me anything because like 2,000 is like a little arbitrary. Alright. We've been streaming for over 3 hours. So I think the game plan is I'm going to try and finish up this trip. Okay, that was a ginormous Elder Maw hit. I didn't see what it was though, but that was a ginormous hit. Game plan is going to finish up this trip, you know, in an ideal situation we get the tormented synapse, but just based on how many we've done so far, pretty unlikely, but you never know. You never know. We gotta use up some of our spec here. We've been sitting at 100% spec. Nope, don't have a quiver on. Still don't have it on. Hello? Hello? Just staring the tormented demon down. We're all in death charge. Okay, so right there I was too slow. That or the Tebow hit I shot actually canceled that out. I'm not sure. Oh, a 4-dose prayer potion. Why can't it just drop that every time? It's honestly so much more convenient than the 2 separate 2-dosers. So much more convenient. See, that's you know, we've been talking about the drop table. That's another thing I don't get. Like, how come you have the same drop but different, essentially, in one drop table? Make it make sense. Oh, we didn't have the range spot going. There we go. Clicked on it, but I guess I pot blocked myself. GG didn't have that charge on. We do now, though. An 80? Okay, we'll take that. That's like the next highest we've seen. That 95 though, man, that 95. And we've been using a fair bit of dragon arrows on this task too. Yeah, we're closer to the finish on this task than we are to the start of it, so hopefully after this task finishes, we get the 99 Slayer perk proc. And we go for the back-to-back. That way we don't have to go hunting for another task again. Although we'll have to see, like, we need to see what other Slayer locked bosses we may need to do for combat achievements. Terrible clicks. Smoldering gland. Honestly, I've been chipping away at this Tormented Demons task. Like we've made more progress than I thought. But you kind of just get into a flow of things, I suppose. And before you know it, you're like 3/4 of the way done with the task. Another prayer potion. No, I haven't seen as many people run through as before. I guess Tormented Demons aren't really the flavor of the month or anything like that anymore. Either people are still farming Mocha right now and they already have the synapses, or they're just kind of over it. I mean, the prices of the synapses are down too. Like, they're about 23 mil now. When Mocha came out, they were like up to 50. Or even Yama. So people either already have their synapses or they're dumping their synapses because they no longer need them. Which is personally something I don't get. Like, my game plan is I'm going to buy things and then keep them. Unless I absolutely have to sell something. Another smoldering clan. Very humble 2 off prey right there. $57. Not a 95. Not a 95. You know, I'm beginning to wonder if I was just seeing things. Like, maybe that wasn't a 95. I swear it was, though. Swear it was. I thought I finished it. 99 crafting. It's crazy. This guy stepped back so far away, he didn't want the smoke. Oh, well, our pots are about to expire. I guess this is the last KC of the trip. Gotta do the rest of this unbought. It feels bad, man. Fine, I'll sip the super restore. I could have started flicking, but you know. Max Claw, albeit unpotted. Final KC of the trip with just 31 on task remaining. What are we getting? More Chaos Runes. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, we will be finishing this Greater Demons task later, but for right now, I gotta go figure out some food and then edit my videos and all that, so I'm gonna call the stream here. With that being said though, actually, there is a new YouTube video coming out in 44 minutes. But yeah, until the next stream, I'll catch you guys later. Take it easy, and peace.